All right, so I got something very special for everyone. This is the Lionel Brass Hybrid CSA 2 Challenger, and we're going to check it out together on Bard Brothers Railroad. For those who don't know what the term brass hybrid means, let me explain real quick. So brass hybrid means that it is a model that is constructed out of brass and die-cast parts, so hence the name brass hybrid. Now, a lot of this locomotive is brass, like the locomotive itself and the tender. So consequently, there is some a lot of detail. I should say not some, a lot of detail that can be added with brass. I mean, you can get away with a lot with brass, that better than you can die cast. And speaking of which, these are incredibly rare models because you can do with brass, you can do lower quantities but higher end models, if that makes any sense. If you don't believe me, check out Sunset Models Third Rail. All right, without further ado, we're going to start it up, and I'm going to show you some of the features that this locomotive has. So here we go. So this locomotive has 5 whistles and bell tones. I'm not going to play the bell tones because they change in different pitches, but let's hear some of the whistles. This is my favorite whistle, and we're going to hear it right now. One thing I forgot to mention, let me turn this down. Actually, I'll keep the volume up. But one thing I forgot to mention is that there are speakers in the tender and in the smoke box. So you get a nice stereo surround sound system. So here's whistle number 2 on a side note. Yeah, here's whistle number 2. That sounds great on the Vision Niagara, but not the Challenger. I don't think Challengers had such a whistle. Here's number 3. Not bad. Here's number 4. Here's number 5. Nice. All right, we're ready to roll out. I got some Weaver passenger cars. I ordered these off eBay and they only came in a set of 3, even though that Weaver typically sold 5 or 7 passenger cars per set. But either way, it still works, so let's get rolling, shall we? All right, I got a set of Weaver passenger cars. Fun story about these. I ordered these off eBay, and there was only 3, even though there was supposed to be a set of 5, but no big deal. That's another story for a different day. But either way, let's get the Challenger rolled out. right, that wraps things up for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're wondering where you can find one of these challengers, honestly, good luck, because these are actually kind of sought after just because of the nature of that they're a brass hybrid challenger that never may ever be made again by Lionel. So good luck finding one. If you find one, let me know in the comments section down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll talk to you all later.